restroom first though. And then I'm going around the corner to the gallery. This place is so huge. Look at all this. It's so empty. How do you get in there? I don't know which way to go. All right, where do we go? Okay, let's go use the bathroom. This is a lot. This is a lot. Look here. What? I was like, I gotta stop by at least.
Scrubbing my toothbrush on a pair of knives. Describing myself to niggas scared to fight. Who love to carry knives? They always warned me what came with the murder gang. The rest assured me that they carry life. Boy, that's the longest one. I have been through Gary twice. 20 young. Allow me to demonstrate the skill of Shuttle Me, the special technique of shadow.
This stadium over here, the Sofi Stadium, which is brand new, they built another like dome or something, and it is so much stuff over here. The Kia Forum is behind it or in front of it, and then the stadium, like, my gosh. Let me am I in the right lane? I'm gonna cut this car off. Okay. Yeah, like what? Inglewood, where they doing most good. Y'all got everything over here. This is crazy. This thing is almost as big as the airport. I wonder what they took off, what they removed for this to build all of this over here. This is a lot. Look at this. This is the new dome that they're building. Get my hand out the way. Inuit Dome. What is that for? I mean, I know the Olympics is coming 26, I think. But this is crazy. This is crazy. Look at all this stuff. Dang, Inglewood. With the plane flying right there. This is insane. I see why so much traffic, because we're like, you got, it's a lot. Wow, this is a lot. I'm excited to do more stuff now. I wish I lived closer, but I guess that's a good thing, because then I don't have to be involved in all this traffic. It's bad enough traffic in my neighborhood. Woo, so now I'm about to sit in 40 minutes of traffic. Well, it's gonna take me 40 minutes to get back home, so that was a cute little outing. Look at this hydraulic car. I don't want to put the camera on him. I gotta figure out another way to record, because using my phone ain't really it right now, because I need a new phone, because all of my storage is just about used up. So as soon as I record something, I have to delete something else. Yeah, so let me just get on the road in this traffic. Yeah. We made it, but I gotta go to the bathroom first. So, porta potty. Ew. Oh man.
Yeah, because you can't have everyone too close, because then, you know, with like mosh pits and things
Right,
like that,
capacity. Mm-hmm. We did it. And I won. Got my wristband. So glad I made it, because Jesus Christ, this is crazy. Oh boy. Let's get checked in. So I made it. I'm here. I'm trying to like settle down and just calm myself, because getting inside was so crazy. You probably can't even hear me over Tizo. But I'm just trying to calm down. I'm a little overwhelmed. Eating my food that I brought. Yeah. Well, not much else to do. I want to go get my sweater now, because I'm cold. I don't know. Just let the food kick in. I think I just needed to eat. So. We'll see. done. I'm headed back home to watch the rest from my couch. We are back. Day one is done. Oof. Day one is absolutely done. That festival has to be as big as Coachella now. That's how it felt. This wig is not giving me anything. I'm just gonna cut my head off. Hold on. I'm proud of myself for going. I'm proud of myself for doing it, but it's not what it used to be. It's not. It has elevated to a level that is like you can't really enjoy it. Like you just make the best of what it is. And I just no. It's like the only way you can really do anything. You really can't. Like I literally the lines to get merch. I'm pretty sure them people just stood in line the entire time. Like there's been people standing in line for hours. That line looked like it never moved. Every time I went and came back to the VIP lounge, I'm like, these people are still, this line is still the same size when I got in here. Everything is a line. Thank God. That's the only way you could do a festival like that is if you have VIP or if you just quick with it, because you're going to be in line forever. Yeah, this festival has grown exponentially, which is great. It's amazing. More people can come, more people can experience it, but it also, on the back end, like you can't really do much because you have to wait in line for things. Or like me, in my case, you know, I gotta bring my own food, which I'm thankful I could do. And I need to turn Prime on so I could at least catch Tyler's performance, because I'm like, I gotta go, because there's no way I'm gonna get back to my house in a decent time to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't imagine what it's gonna be like when it lets out tonight. When it's over tonight at like 10 o'clock, when people are rushing to get their Ubers and leave, oh baby, it's finna be mad. Because just me trying to get the ADA shuttle to go back down to the ride share was crazy. Nobody knew anything. And it was like, how did they not, like, thankfully that girl helped me out, you know, because wow, my God. I don't know. Wow. They said it was on here. Hold on. Here we go. Look at my boy. Look at my boy. This is so amazing. I could just come home and watch this. This is so crazy. But it's great because now I can watch him. Because I'm like, I gotta go. It's Tyler time. He didn't even get on the stage yet. Well, I'm back in the house to watch my boy and the Hillbillies because I just had to get out of there. I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta get home. My food is done. I ate all my food, and you know, we gotta eat every hour. Just about. Make sure I got all my stuff in my locker just in case if I don't make it back tomorrow. Like literally look at the crowd. That's literally how it looks walking around. There's no way. Like, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? It's crazy. Granted, I would have stayed, but I gotta put me first. And I have to remind myself, Megan, you cannot push yourself. You can't push yourself. You have to be gentle because you are healing. You have to be gentle. So, yeah, I'm gonna just watch my boy from the couch. This is so cool. Good morning. It's Sunday. Camp FLOG Day Two. If I go. I don't know. Last night, when I got back home and like decompressed, I ended up with a headache, which is understandable because yesterday was stressful. Yesterday was a lot, you know, for me in this new, in this transitional period that I'm in, like trying to build up my, you know, it's like trying to be, I can't even find my words right now. In this space of healing and not really knowing how my body responds to things other than I'm sensitive, right? I haven't been to a concert in I don't know how long. Well, festival. I haven't been to a festival since the last time I went, which was 2018. And I think just all of the stress of yesterday caught up with me when I got home. I woke up with puffy eyes, as you can see. My eyes are puffy. I sat outside. I've been sitting outside to get as much vitamin D as I can because after having the follow-up with my doctor, I found out that my vitamin D is low, obviously. My calcium is low, and certain things are low. Granted, from living in, you know, my last apartment, that moldy apartment, or the apartment had some mold somewhere in the building that was near me. And after talking to him, he explained, like, that makes sense why you feel this way, blah, blah, blah. He explained all of the nuances of when you're deficient in certain minerals and how it'll make you feel. And I'm just like, well, yeah. So I really, like, low-key was choking back tears last night as I was leaving because I did not want to leave. I'm just like, I came all this way, went through all of that, and I didn't even stay to see Tyler. I didn't even stay to see, you know, the two performances I really wanted to see, and that was the purpose of going later in the day, right? But then you have to factor in the fact that I can't stay somewhere and not have adequate food either, right? Especially now, like, I have to eat, like, I have to fuel myself, you know, every 2 hours. And I thought I brought enough food. Okay, it's still recording. But of course, walking around and all of that, and I'm just like sitting there. When I got there, just that whole process of going from the Lyft, trying to find the ADA entry lane, trying to get the guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. The parking, they just want to keep the flow of traffic moving. I understand. But the fact that everybody we asked, we had to ask 2 and 3 people to direct us to the lot. And I get to the lot to find the ADA shuttle to get through the ADA because that's the only way I can get in with my food. And that whole process, in the moment, I wasn't stressed. Like, I didn't feel the stress of that until I actually got in the venue, got to the VIP lounge and sat down to eat because I felt myself like shaking. And I'm like, okay, like trying to breathe through it, like stay calm, you got this, it's okay, like just get to the lounge. Like, I'm looking at the map, like, okay, I already mapped it out, like I already knew where I was going. ADA is over here, you get through the gate, whatever, it's around the corner. Go find your locker first. I went and found my locker, put my coat in there, put everything that wasn't gonna be on me the whole time. And then Made it to the VIP lounge. The ladies, it's like I had to buy a bottle of water first before, because the first water station I saw, the line was so freaking long, and I was like, okay, there's other options, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like breathing through, and I'm like, at this point my heart is in my throat, and I'm like, I can see my heartbeat in my eyes, and I'm like, oh my God, like praying the whole time, like, just calm down, you're here, it's over, you got through it, you're safe, you're safe, you're safe. I had to keep telling myself, you're safe, you're safe, you're safe, it's fine, it's fine, just calm down. And I'm just like, I know this is not a panic attack, this is just me needing to sit down and eat, right? So get in there, I'm like I'm just like closing my eyes, breathing. I can feel myself like getting weaker and weaker, and I'm like just breathing, taking deep breaths. Somehow I was able to get my water, and when I sat down, I just was sitting there, like, you know, it was kind of like just feeling the feels and letting them pass. You know, that took about 5 minutes for me to calm down, and then I started eating all the, not all the food, but like half the food I had, and so letting that sink in, and then planned out the next step. So I'm like, okay, are we getting on any rides? And I'm like, no, probably not, because I know I saw the line, because after I ate, what else did I do? I talked to a few people that were around me, and then tried to go see what I could do that was within the space of the super VIP in my locker, just so I could stay close to like my sweater and stuff, my jacket, in case I got cold. And then by that time, I think I made it halfway to the FLOG stage, because I'm making my rounds, seeing what I can do that's within a space to do it. But when I got out there to actually view the grounds before it got dark, I was like, oh, you know, I wasn't counting myself out, but I'm like, okay, let's just see how far we can walk without getting tired, you know what I'm saying? Let's just see how far we can move without it being an issue. I made it to the sensory, I saw the entrance of, I saw the entrance to the park, the general entrance, and on the left side of that was the FLOG stage. So I made it halfway to the FLOG stage, and by that time it was probably like 6 or something, and my stomach starts growling. It's just like everything I pushed myself to do, like, okay, you know, the little bit of rides that were out in the open, games were on either side, right? So it's like you had to walk the length of it to get to the games, you had to walk the length of it to get to the whatever rides. Like in the general open area, there was really nothing other than like charging stations. So that was a little sad to see that I was on the you know what I'm saying, like I was a good distance away. And that's when I realized, like, oh, this is not this isn't something I'm gonna be able to like really be walking like that, because I can already feel it in my legs. Like, I'm tired, like my legs are like, what are we doing? Sit down, sit down. So I was just able to walk around and sightsee and just see, like, okay, the merch booth is here if I want to get merch, and then the line for the merch. I didn't see the designated super VIP entrance, and I don't know what side it was on, because by that time it was too dark to see the signs clear without having to go up to it and like figure it out. So yeah, but then there was the golf store, and that line was crazy, and then I didn't see a designated line for that either. So I'm just like, well, I mean, okay. So then I think the only performance I actually watched was Caliucci's and Turnstile. And oh, when I got there, Tizo was performing, so I was able to hear him, but I never in that moment of walking from the 88 entrance to my locker to eat, I never got to see, I didn't realize I could see the screen of the FLOG thing until later that evening. I was like, oh, like I could have just came up here on this little landing part and I could have watched him. But when I tell you it was a lot, and I'm just like, I was so more frustrated because like I just didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's hard to really navigate something when you know your whole body being able to go at a certain pace, and you're just like, I'll be fine, I'm fine. And then you get there and it's like, I'm not fine. I can't do this. Like, I physically cannot. Like, mentally I'm there, but my body is not there, right? So it's a disconnect of like, mentally I'm strong, I can get through it, I'm pushing through it, but then I'm looking at my body shaking and I'm like, okay, I gotta sit down. Is that part of like, and that is so frustrating. Because I've waited for this, and I'm like, I think it's just everything at once of like a reminder of what kind of year I've had. And like everything that I've gone through up until this point, and this was like my one, you know, the one thing that I was like, all right, by November, I'll be stronger, like I can do this. And it's just like, it's gonna take more time. You know, I don't know. Like, I just have to keep reminding myself, like, it's nothing you did. Like, it's not your fault. You know, like, you're doing everything you can. You're listening to your doctors. You're taking precautions. You're exercising. You're doing things. But you just have to be... You just can't go as hard as you know what I'm saying? You can't go at your normal pace yet because your body's not there. Thankful that I was able to do the 88 shuttle and like that was a service, but it just sucks because it's like, damn, there were so many people I wanted to see. There's so, you know, like I just feel like there's not much I could have done. Like, I did everything I could have done to make my experience good, and it was, but it's like now waking up today and my, you know, feeling the way I felt, and I'm like, do you want to do that all over again today? Not saying you're going to have the same experience, but it's not always gonna be this way, and I know that. It's just frustrating of like, I just feel like I've been a sitting duck because my body is healing. Like I used to, like I said on my IG stories of like 10K footsteps a day was, I could do that in a blink. Because I worked on my, you know what I'm saying? I worked in a kitchen, so you're doing more than 10K steps a day. And it's like now to even get in 2,000 steps a day or 3,000 steps a day, it's like I feel it. It's like to look at me, you'd be like, oh, she's in perfect shape, you know? There's nothing wrong. And I'm like, it's true, there's nothing wrong. It's just, there's a lot that is being restored, and it's just a uncomfortable space to be. So thankfully I can watch Day 2 on Amazon Prime, but I really wanted to be there, and it's only like 10. It makes me want to go harder and like find other alternatives to really help myself, you know, build back up faster. And the one thing my doctor said was just get outside and sit in the sun for as long as you can. asked him about cold plunging and like doing the infrared sauna, and he's just like, yeah, the sweating is definitely going to help you, so try to sweat as much as you can and get sunlight as much as you can and fresh air and exercise. And I'm like, got it. Like, I've been exercising, so I hope I don't look too crazy. It's too late for that. So I wanted to see Yachty. I have to just know that everything is working out for me. I'm so proud of myself for making it through day one, even though it, you know, I had to go. And even the guy who, oh, that was the next thing, like even leaving the festival and getting a ride back home was okay. Who checked me in at the ADA table didn't give me a passcode or anything, and so when I went to the table again to request the shuttle to go to meet my Lyft, nobody was there. And so I was not, like, I interrupted the people trying to still get into the thing, right? I interrupted their line. Some guy asked me, sorry ma'am, like, do you have an extra ticket? And I like shouted at him, extra? What? I was like, absolutely not. Like, he kind of laughed with me, but I was like, who the hell has an extra ticket? I was like, not me. I said, no, I don't have no extra anything. I said, so sorry. I was like, I hope you find, you know, I hope you're able to get in there, but I don't have an extra ticket. And then going through the exit, the people at the gate were trying to, like, it was just like, there was a bunch of people that were around, like as far as staff and stuff, that they really weren't knowledgeable of how to help if someone had a question, which I noticed was like, okay, they don't know, so now I have to find someone else. They didn't know, and they got to call somebody. So it's like, I was thankful for the people that were like, okay, let me call somebody, right? Versus, I don't know. This is what I'm just here doing this. And it's just like, all right. So I get to the shuttle stop. The girl at the ticket counter, like, I'm knocking on the window for her, because I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I'm ready to go. Like I'm praying, like, God, please don't, hopefully this won't take forever, because, you know, thankfully I'm leaving before, it was like, by that time it was 7, Tyler wasn't on yet. The crowd was cheering for him though, so that's when the crowd had started cheering. It was like 7, maybe like 7:30, and I could hear that going on, and like the announcers telling the people to take a few steps back to not crush the people in the front. So as I'm listening to that, I started to get mad because I was just like, oh, I should be over there. Like, I should be watching this, waiting for his performance, because what? Like, I never thought you're going to make it this far and you're not going to see him. You're going to go this far and you're not going to see Kendrick. So, dealing with the ADA people, the girl, thank God for her. Like, she was like, you know, when I walked away, I went back up to because she was like, oh, I don't know, I work for a different stand, I'm not sure how that works. And I just was like, okay, you know, who else I gotta go find? So I went back up to the entrance to talk to security or something. And on my way there, she was like screaming for me, ma'am, come back. And then there was a couple walking up, and they were like, I think she's trying to get your attention or whatever. And I was like, huh? And I turned around and she's like waving. She's like, wait, come back. I text somebody. So I'm like, thank God. So she's like, I just text someone about it, and they're gonna give me an answer soon. So she's like, just come back and wait. And I was like, all right. So she texting the person. They asked me about a passcode, and I was like, yeah, I scanned the thing. I didn't get a passcode. The girl didn't give me a passcode. She didn't tell me how to do that. She just told me when you're ready to go, come back and someone will be here. No one was there. The table was still there. No one was there. There was a van there, but no one was in the van. And the guy that dropped me off, of course, he's probably in the festival. So then I'm waiting, and then sure enough, a van pulls up, and I said, "Oh my God!" And I almost started crying again because I'm just like, you know, that was an answered prayer. Because I'm like, how the hell am I gonna get home? Like, thank God I did leave when I did. Because could you imagine being there later, like, and not being able to leave until later, right? So, I get in the shuttle, and the guy's like, he's like talking to me or whatever, and he's just like, well, he's like, you're leaving pretty early. And I said, yeah, I don't want to leave, but I mean, this is a new experience for me, like with these kind of limitations. And he was just like, oh, he said, yeah, he's like, I guess, he's like, I don't understand, but I mean, I hear you, like, you know, that's good for you to be thinking ahead and adulting in this way so that you're not, you know, in a situation where, you know, things could be bad or something. And I was like, yeah, that's true. And then he was kind of like trying to ask me like what my disability was or whatever, and I'm like, it's not really a disability, it's more just like, I was like, I just having to bring my own food, and I'm healing and not being able to go at a pace that I'm used to going. And he was like, yeah. And so that was nice, like the reassurance of that. And I get down to the lift, and just to see the maze that they had the rideshare people go through. My driver, I'm like talking to my driver on the phone, and I'm like, they want you to drive around the cones to go down to the other end and then come up and meet me up here. And he's like looking at me through his windshield, was like, why can't you just get in the car right here? And I'm like, yeah, as they're flashing the lights on him, he's like, I see you, you see me, why can't they just let you get in the car right now? And I'm like, they don't want to start, like, they're trying to keep the traffic moving or whatever. And I was like, so you see who I am? And he's like, okay. And so the ride was pleasant back home. And yeah, I've been talking for 23 minutes. 24 minutes. Oh my God. So yeah.